I guess we should probably say something on it.
All right. So it says we're live right now.
Okay.
And we're recording. So this is a test of the Jim Comics and Justice for Comics live show.
It's on August the 9th.
August the 9th, yes. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So
this past week was crazy. There was so much good stuff this past week.
Yeah. A lot of good books came out. I've got an unboxing to do. Literally just went to the post office here and picked up some books. Yeah, we've got some people that have joined the live chat already. And we'll just, I mean, I'm okay. I don't care about being that formal. I mean, I don't edit my videos. Like, I screw up stuff all the time. I mean, if it's really bad, I'll just start over usually. But I figured let's live stream this and.
Sure. Do you want to make sure it is recording though, or you're just gonna wing it and we'll go?
I think it's recording. We're live on YouTube. We're getting people right now that are joining the chat.
Oh, okay. I don't see any of that on my end. But
no. Oh.
I don't know. Where do I see that?
You got to go to go to YouTube.
Oh, okay. I got to go to YouTube. Okay.
And you should see the live stream for it.
And we're just your channel, I take it, eh?
Yes, sir.
Well, obviously.
See, the whole idea behind this, Jim, is that I get some of your all of your subscribers magically come over to the dark side.
Come over to yours. That's right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Trying to type and talk at the same time. I can't do two things.
Yeah. I need to get a comic book room.
You changed your logo too, didn't you?
I did.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm in. Well, you got. Oh, now I'm getting feedback. How do I do that? I guess I got to turn the volume down on this.
So everyone's saying it's live. Lol. Yes, this is a live show. This is.
Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. I got the comments going, and I got the.
So we got a lot of guys here. Perry's Comics. I've been watching him on a panel with John and his. Was it John's Comics and Kids or something like that? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. He's one of my followers on Instagram. He puts out some good stuff. Just a Rican.
Just a Rican. He actually lives over near me. I think he lives over near Orlando or something. So he's not too far away.
You guys are on the opposite side of the continent from me. So
yeah.
I'm West Coast. It's still before noon here.
I know. I've texted you sometimes. I'm like, damn, I forgot he's over there. He's probably going to get this at a bad time. Like in the morning, I text you, and I know it's probably early as hell there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just don't answer it if I'm sleeping, so it's no big deal. I'm usually up pretty early anyways.
All right. Perry's Comics is in Tampa. Nice. I should hang out with him sometime.
You guys should hit up the comic stores and go do a hunting trip.
Yeah. That would be a kind of a fun video, wouldn't it? Us hunting for comic books.
That's something I don't see a lot of people ever do those, and I wish more people would do Comic-Con videos too. Like I would love to, because we can't all make it to all the Comic-Cons. It'd be awesome if somebody did a little walkthrough and showed when they're getting books signed by people. That'd be just, when they're talking to some of the writers and artists and stuff. That would be so cool. Because I'd love to be at every Comic-Con, but I just can't do it. So
Tampa has a decent one. I know, obviously Orlando has a good one too, but I've been to the Tampa one a couple times. I went one year and I got to meet George Perez, who was really, really nice. One of the nicest guys. My daughter, is into art and stuff, and he gave her an original art piece and signed it for her, and we got a picture with him. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So he was really, really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually, from everybody I've that lets me know when they go to these cons, and most of them are awesome. Well, not all. Yeah, there's obviously a few that want a lot of money and don't have the time for you, but most of them are pretty good. So
yeah,
I like that.
So how long have we known each other, Jim? You and I?
Well, it's been probably at least 2 months, I would say.
Yeah.
A couple of years. You were one of my first subscribers on YouTube way back.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? You inspired me. You inspired me to do my own channel. I mean, I'm still in the early birth stages of the channel, but
There's
Still,
a lot of us kind of came in. Like I started, I want to say November of 2017. It's only been a couple of years.
yeah,
And Bueller kind of started about that time, and Comic Tom was about that time. And
yeah, that's right.
Nick, I was talking to him the other day, and he kind of started his app up around that time. And yeah, just, I don't know, for whatever reason, a lot of us all kind of started.
I like that you give
Wolf
Nick.
Warner's in the house. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
Wolf Warner.
Wolf Warner. He plays some awesome tunes in his videos. You gotta watch his
Yeah,
videos.
no, I like his energy, man.
Yeah.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on Just a Rican show too. He's been, we've talked about me coming on there at some point. I may do that. I think in a couple Sundays from now, we're planning on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. We've known each other over a year at least. I think.
Oh yeah. Well, like I say, it's closing in on a year and a half sort of thing. Too. I don't know.
I give you full credit for that Carnage Mind Bomb. You're.
Oh, I lucked out on that one. I just happened to remember the day it was one of my subscribers actually sent Donnie Cates messages about that, and he replied. Or no, sorry, totally off topic. I listened to an interview with him, and that was a different comic.
Yeah, I remember. It was an interview with another shop, with a comic shop owner, wasn't it?
So I can't remember who it was now. It's so long ago. But Donnie Cates said, "Oh yeah, I got big plans for Carnage Mindbomber." It was his favorite book. He's got big plans for Carnage, which is Absolute Carnage now. That's just come out, this week, right? So yeah, and I mentioned that one, and it just kind of blew up. But it's low. I didn't realize how low a print run it was when I first went and got a couple copies. But it was a pretty low print run. It was only like 22,000 or something.
Oh yeah, and right after you did that video, that book just blew up. I think within 24 to 48 hours of you doing that video, that you're the one personally responsible for blowing that book up.
Well, yeah, it happens sometimes.
You were, because I remember I bought 4 copies, and I bought a CGC 9.8, which I got a really good deal on.
Yeah.
And
that's about a $400 or $500 book now.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't know. I'm in Canada, like I say, everything.
Yeah, no, in the U.S., I paid. I think I paid like $100, $110 with shipping. It was cheap.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you did that video and it was exploding. I was like, oh, I need to talk to this guy. I need to text this guy a lot more. So I was bugging you like crazy ever since.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I love talking comics. You know that. So.
Yeah. But I talked to a couple of shop owners about that Carnage Mind Bomb, and I talked to 2. Said they've never seen it. Never for sale, nothing. Which I was shocked by that. I was like, really? Like, no.
Yeah, well, it was at that time when Marvel wasn't, they were on their deathbed kind of thing. And
after the 90s, right? Yeah.
Yeah, their books weren't selling very well. And if it's funny, if you ever look at the size of the books that came out when Marvel was kind of on his deathbed, they're actually a little bit smaller. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
It's like they're a half-inch shorter and a little bit narrower.
Somebody was some bean counter was like, "Hey, let's save a quarter of an inch. It'll be like $1 million.
It'll cost us a little bit less, right?"
Yeah.
Whatever. And it's just kind of funny. I noticed that because I'll put it in I always put everything in Silver Age bags and boards, and they take up a certain amount of room, all the books, and then those ones are always shorter, like smaller dimensions. It's really weird.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else we want to talk about? I've got those comic books that we could open that could.
Let's see what you got. You said you got some books this week.
Yeah, I got a comic mailer, and I got a story on this one because this one I had to send 5 threatening emails to get the book. Actually, it was a big pain in the butt. I don't think I'll ever order from that, and I won't name the website.
Yeah.
One second.
You'll have to let me know afterwards.
Yeah, I will.
Because I find some of them, just anybody listening that's ordered from aftermarket, sometimes it takes, a couple months from the time it's released before you get it. And I've talked to a few of the shops, and part of the reason is they'll order so many, and they'll all come in damaged from the printers.
Right.
So then they have to send, they have to put in and reorder them, and it takes that much longer to get them.
You know who's the best though is, I think Mutant Beaver is the best.
Oh yeah, he always sends me a free book.
Yeah, same thing. I just got a couple books in the mail. He sends me a free copy of an In Hook Lee variant that's like a $25 book.
Yeah,
and he sends it to me for free.
I got the Relay exclusive. That white cover. It's like a Space Odyssey 2001 homage kind of thing.
Yeah,
sent me that. I'm like, wow, that's a nice book.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so here's the first one. This was in the comic mailer. This was the one that, this was the one I ordered back in June, and I just now got it. So I had to send 5 emails to the website. The last one was like, I'm gonna report you guys and to the Better Business Bureau. I mean, it was, and then right after that email, oh yeah, they sent me a shipping notice.
Oh,
I was like, that didn't even apologize or nothing. They
No.
were just like, obviously, they didn't care. So I won't be ordering from them again. So here it is.
the Red Hulk.
Yeah, the Red Hulk,
yeah.
right? So
I'm pretty sure I still got one.
you got this a long time ago. After you got yours, I was like, oh, I should be getting mine any day.
Did I show that?
I think
I
you.
did.
I think you did. Yeah.
I
I almost forgot about this book. I was going through my
Yeah.
emails. And I saw the email on this, on the original order. I mean, thank God I don't delete all my emails.
Yeah. Oh, I know where you got that then, because
Yeah, you know that. So, I mean, it took forever. I ordered this in the beginning of June. This
Wow.
book's, and I know this book was out because I saw it for sale on eBay, and I was like, yeah, why haven't I got this book? And I just got it. I just got it today. So,
well, at least it looks like it's in nice shape. So
yeah, it's in mid shape. At least they didn't send me what damage.
I gotta go check now and make sure I have mine.
Yeah, you better. You may not have it.
I might have just showed the image of it in a video, and maybe that's why. Because I remember showing that in a video, but yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on to a Midtown box.
Oh, that's a big box. Okay,
I don't even know what's in here, to be honest. I don't know if it's.
that's a bad sign, dude. That means you're ordering way too much stuff.
I know. I hope my wife doesn't watch this video. She's going to be pissed if she does. She rarely ever watches my videos. Once in a while, she'll watch it, probably just to laugh at me.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, exactly. So this, I'm going to guess this was maybe a pre-order that I have. Man, there's actually a lot of, that's a pretty thick.
Oh yeah,
All right, so the old Midtown Comics.
that's a big order.
Yeah, I've been ordering them with them. I think I've been with them since 1990 something. Long time.
At least yours comes in a box. I think I ordered something from them once. And they put it in the paper bag, and then they stuck it in literally just a flimsy envelope. And,
if it gets damaged, it's because somebody in packaging it drops it before they put it in the box. But it's never been damaged from being in the box.
Yeah, I never got mine in a box. But then you order a whole bunch, so.
All right, so that's the other thing with Midtown. They flip them over, whatever the UPC symbol is where they're going to have the book.
Oh, I see.
So I always have to flip the cover around. So this looks like Spawn. Yep. What is that? Is that $2.99?
Yeah, I think so.
$2.99. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this was my pre-order.
I read through that, and I was trying to pick out because the Rapture was supposed to make a first appearance in there.
You did, no?
Well, no, I don't know. I read it, but oh man, Alexander's art just man, I like Capullo's way better.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As
Capullo's
most
good.
people do.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Red Winter number 1.
Yeah.
I heard that's really good.
I picked that up. I haven't read it
You're
yet.
seeing more Russian stories. I just started reading that Road of Bones. I read the first 2 issues. That was really good, by the way. Road of Bones.
I have, that's one I did get, and I wish I had.
I'm reading that. I'm like, damn, is this what happened in Russia? Stalin was a freaking bastard. Holy crap.
Oh, if you actually read the history books, there was a lot
he was horrible.
Yeah, he starved.
I guess it's based on a true story. Maybe they're building some road and just I don't know. It's horrible.
Well, there's that Chernobyl television show too. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes. That's that's amazing. That show.
Yeah, and it's actually filmed right there too, which is cool.
Those poor bastards. They had no clue.
No.
It's crazy.
And anyways, yeah. What else you got there? Oh, Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
That is a great. Oh,
I look forward to this pretty much every month when this comes out. I love. It's like a self-contained story.
Yeah, each one's kind of different, and it's totally geared for a television show. I remember I was on that one right when it first came out, and I love that cover B for issue 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Real psychedelic guy's face is melting kind of thing, or the guy's inside his mouth. Oh, that's just awesome.
My man Mark, just go to the chat real quick. My man Marcus says, now Marvel saves money by printing their covers on rice paper.
Yeah, they do.
But it's true. When you look at the covers, like Boom, like Aftershock and Boom, they always have great thick card stock covers.
Yeah, Source Point Press, like they're and they're $3.99 from Source Point, and Marvel puts out.
Marvel's got the crappiest covers. It's like the paper.
Well,
they
I
use.
will say, at least with Absolute Carnage, it was a thicker paper they used. They actually used a better quality paper.
Well, it's probably because Donny Cates requested that. He probably had to put a special request.
You see how much they charge for it.
Yeah.
The least they could do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was really good, though. I read that one. That was one of the first ones I read. It was good.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet. I might. I don't know if it's in this order or not. We'll see. Conan number 8, Esad Ribic, right?
His art is just awesome.
Last issue of Batman Who Laughs, right? Number 7.
Yeah.
I just got the Jock cover. I didn't care. I didn't get the B cover for some reason.
Yeah, that's all I got too. I'm only buying the B covers if it's a nice cover because
if I don't like the cover,
run of the mill, and
usually I'm not a Romita fan,
cover.
but I ended up getting that cover. I don't know, it was okay, but
I like Capullo's cover.
Capullo's better. I think that's probably the next one. Here's Capullo. Yeah, here's the Capullo one, right?
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
I mean, look at that. Nice prestige format. These Black Label comic books.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice.
That's a good story, too. That's only a 3-parter.
I'm looking forward to
it. And they got that Omega that's, that was a new character, too.
In issue 2, right?
Yeah, well, it showed up in issue 1, kind of a cameo.
Oh,
just sort of the outline of him. He had Darkseid's head.
Yeah.
In issue 1. It's kind of a new character. I love him. Any key book really is a new character. So
Middle West, that's been a really good read. I like that book actually, Middle West. It's good.
Yeah, Wolf Warner, he made a comment about Daredevil and how it's about to get crazy, and that's been one of the best series going in my opinion right now. Have you been reading Daredevil?
I have, yeah. I ordered a couple copies of that number 9, but I heard it's not a first appearance of the new Daredevil.
No,
One extra comic book won't kill me.
No, whatever. It's a great series, though. It's awesome.
Have you ever read Lazarus?
No, I've heard it's good, but I didn't start on it, and I'm like,
It's so you can still buy issue number. I've seen it for $10 at local shops near me. It's a great series. The artwork, first of all, the artwork is what's his name? Lark, is it? Yeah, Michael Lark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like really, it's just like awesome artwork.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best series, but it gets no love. I can tell you, you could probably buy the whole series for undercover. That's probably that's what you should do. Is you'll probably find a whole run of it for undercover price.
Yeah.
Black Hammer, Justice League number 1. I thought I'd try it out. I don't know if I'm going to buy the whole series, but
yeah, I got the original Black Hammer series.
Yeah,
and I thought it was pretty good, but these crossover things, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I only picked up. I think I only pre-ordered the first 2 issues just to see if it's any good.
Yeah.
Is that the last issue of Naomi, number 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally
Speaking of Naomi, well, we'll get into Naomi in a bit, but there's some stuff we got to talk about with that.
Man, The Source.
Oh, that is such a great series. That is, in my
You know what I love about these comic books is the smell. Oh my God, the ink they use. I don't know what the hell. It's like laced with cocaine or something.
Yeah. But that's, in my opinion, that series will be a show or movie or something at some point. It's almost written in stone.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely see that being developed.
It's really good.
Venom 16. I'm interested in reading that. That should lead right into Absolute Carnage, right? This issue?
Yeah, it pretty much does.
So I'll make sure I read this before.
I was thinking, you see the cover on that one? How the symbiote's in the jar, and it looks like it's
like it's ice cream topping.
Yeah, I was hoping that Dylan would become a symbiote in that one.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of thinking it's going to end up being more like Venom 19, the end of this whole Absolute Carnage thing. At some point in this Absolute Carnage, Dylan will be a symbiote. So
yeah,
for sure.
All right. Gideon Falls, excellent series.
Oh yeah, another good series. Yeah.
So the story arc ends, I think, in 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they
That
do.
first
by
story arc,
blocks
right?
of 8, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. X-Men Facsimile.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
I don't think I'll ever be able to afford the original.
No.
So
Like
I can
having
maybe
those-
afford a 0.5, you know, where it basically exists as a comic book, but
one page from the book. Or
yeah, I can afford the back page.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way I'm going to get close to that book, probably.
Well, it's like the Fantastic Four #1. I've got #2 and 3, but I don't have #1, and there's no way I'm going to be able to afford #1 now.
No, we need
You know,
we need an economic global recession, and then but
Yeah.
unfortunately, you won't have any money if that happens
Yeah.
to buy it.
that happens. I won't be able to be buying any comics. All
No.
the companies will go out of business. So.
It's the only way that'll go down. Mortal Hulk 21.
Oh, probably that's another one of the best.
That's the big fight scene in that one, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 22? I can't remember.
Oh no, it's a good. Yeah, that has Abomination.
Yeah.
Fighting the Hulk in that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like that Garner cover. It was kind of interesting.
That's a good one. And these cardstock covers that they're putting out are really nice.
Yeah, they're definitely nice. All right, we're getting near the end of my Midtown order. Then I've got 3 special comics that I just got in the mail yesterday that I'll show as well. Electric Black #2. I like the first issue. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Scout Comics, right? Yeah.
I only bought the issue 1 though.
Yeah, I usually buy like the first 2, and then let's see if it's any good. Fearless. I guess those were the last ones. I thought I'd give it a try.
Yeah, because that's a new team in that, I think. But I'm pretty sure they showed up in something else. They made a first appearance somewhere, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Might have been
Give that a try.
Marvel books.
So let's look at the. There's we got a lot of people on this. Can you believe this? I don't know where it tells me how many people are in the chat. So maybe 15. We're in the middle of the day though, so that's the thing. If we did this at night, we'd have a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, it's a Friday afternoon. There's probably a lot of people working too. So.
Yeah, that's okay. They'll play this when they get home. They'll be amused by it. All right, I'll go to my last 3 comics. I already put them in Mylar, so they look nice and pretty.
Yeah, we get all the reflection.
Yeah, you'll have all the reflection. I'll go best. I'll go worst to best. Right. So the one I don't think is the best. 3rd place.
Vampirella, yeah.
So that is the Shannon Mayer variant. I think there's only 5. It's a Virgin. It's only 500 of these, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that was
I didn't get that one.
I think it was the Comic Mint that had this one. So I like Shannon Mayer is a hot artist now. I mean, he by the way, it's a dude. At first, I was saying on my channel, "Oh yeah, Shannon Mayer, she does great work," and a couple of my subscribers were like, it's a dude." Sorry, I thought it sounded like a girl's name, but I guess if you're in Scotland, Shannon's a guy's name. It's pretty common over there. Next one, 2nd place winner, silver, is the Middleton.
That's pretty nice.
That was, I guess, a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So
there
was
was a lot of really good exclusives that came out of there.
Yeah,
I got that Hulk, that Alex.
Yeah,
Ross
you got one of the best. I think you got the best one. That one's crazy.
I love that one, and I missed out on the Detective Comics when he did for 1,000.
Yeah, I did too. I tried to. Something was screwed up with their website.
I signed up for that like a week ahead of time.
Yeah, and I was on it, and I was on the website like 2 minutes after the time, and I still couldn't get one. Something was fishy with that. Last one, gold. Here's the gold one. This is the most risque one too, by the way. You gotta love that one.
Oh, nice. Look at that one.
Grabbing the old Double D.
Yeah. Are those natural?
I don't know. But I'm surprised we don't have a comic book channel called Double D's Comics.
Oh yeah, somebody should go with that.
So that was the first name I was thinking of before I chose Justice for Comics. I was like, maybe I should do Double D's Comics, and I could just like do a bunch of like porn related comic books all the time. All right, so that was the books I had. Yeah, I think that was it.
Cool. Yeah, those nice books. Who did that last cover though?
Perillo.
Oh, was it Perillo? Okay.
Lucio Perillo. He's getting pretty popular right now.
Yeah, he does some really nice stuff. I got the Powers of X #1.
Yeah.
Was it, I think it was. There's no.
Was it Perel?
Perel. Yeah, that's the one. Well, no, hang on. Damn it.
Perel. Is it Perel? Gerald Perel? I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's just Rasputin with the sword. Like there's one. Anyways, that character, in my opinion, has got some legs going forward. So.
No, I agree.
I'm just looking up real quick here.
Yeah, I was going to see that.
Yeah, it's Perel. Yeah, it's just Rasputin with the sword. And I think that Powers of X.
The Powers of X? I think you broke up. Jim, you still there? Jim is he's texted me, hold on. He's having technical difficulties. His computer shut off. You have to plug in your computer, Jim. All right. I'm also gonna share with you guys a comic book that you may want to look at. I received an email about it. I guess I'm not familiar with this comic book, Chastity #1. But man, there's some really good looking covers coming out. This one's off of a website called KRS Comics. So this just went live at 3 o'clock. There's only 500 copies. That's what it looked like. And the artist is a female artist by the name of Natalie Sanders. Never heard of her. Maybe this is her first work. I'm not too sure. But that's a pretty good looking cover. Oh man, the detail on that. I try to have a good eye for good looking art, so I think that one might be good. Reading some of the comments here. Let me send Jim an invite again. Maybe he's waiting on me to. I think his computer turned off. Hopefully we'll have Jim's comics. Or maybe that's his way of saying, hey, I don't want to talk anymore. My computer shut off. I don't know. Let me see some of the comments here. Wolf Warner says good looking out on the Dead and Kids Black Cape 1 in 100 exclusive. Yeah, that was definitely a nice looking comic book. I've actually been chatting back and forth on Instagram with the artist, Esteban Salinas. Really nice guy. He's also selling some prints on his website, DeviantApple Inc.com, I think is his website. Really nice guy. I was chatting back and forth on Instagram with him, and he's got another exclusive coming out this Saturday. I don't think it's going to be limited to 100 though. I guess the writer basically likes his artwork, so I think he's increasing it to like 200 or 300 copies instead of 100. But issue #2 of Dead End Kids, I think he's doing that as well. So I think that comes out this Saturday. There's also a new comic book by the name of Pandemic by IDW that he's going to be doing, I think, the first 3 covers for, if I'm not mistaken. So I would encourage everybody to check him out on Instagram. I believe it's Deviant. I think it's Deviant_Apple is his ID on Instagram. Let's read some more comments here in the chat. Jester Rican had to go back to work. Yeah, get back to work, Jester Rican. I don't expect that many people to stay on this chat. Wolf Warner, this is the first appearance of an exclusive team up, issue #1. Yes, Jim and Justice for Comics. No doubt about it. Infamous 415 says Natalie Sanders has been around for several years. She paints her work. I love all her art. Okay. It's the first I've heard of her. So usually I know pretty much most of the artists out there. I just wasn't familiar with her, so she's good. That cover is definitely fire. Can someone tell me? K405 is asking, can someone tell me what was the first Alex Ross cover ever done? I think he meant done. I think he did a Terminator. Didn't he do the cover of a Terminator comic book? I think it was Terminator. Yeah, if someone in the chat knows better than I do.
We're back.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, buddy. I hit the power bar with my foot, and I shut my computer off. I'm like, oh. And of course, it takes 5 minutes for this stupid thing to reboot. So, anyway, sorry about that.
Hey, I got a good trivia question for you. K405 is asking, can somebody tell me what was the first Alex Ross cover ever done? See if you know this.
Alex Ross? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that. Oh, damn it. I was just looking for it. I think it's Terminator.
Yeah. I just, right before you came on, I said, I think it's a Terminator cover.
I can't remember what issue it was, but it was Terminator something.
Yeah. He did the interiors, I think, too, didn't he?
I know it was his first cover art. It's kind of a girl on a cover.
Right. But he also, I think he also did interiors.
He could have, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he was only doing interiors because he wasn't famous yet. He doesn't have time to do that now.
Yeah, now all he does is covers. And
yeah.
He pumps those out. He must do like 1 a day or 2 a day or something. I don't know how fast.
He's a freaking machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Maybe he's got someone helping him too. Don't you think he does all of it himself?
I don't. Well,
like if I were him, I would do like a rough sketch, and then I would I'd have someone come in and do the overlay or maybe some of the coloring. I don't know.
Because he does a lot of his stuff based off of photos, so he'll have kind of a photo.
Yeah, he uses photo reference, I think.
So I wouldn't doubt somebody sets it all up and does the photo, and then he just sits down and.
Yeah.
To me, that would make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may tell somebody this is kind of what I want. Go photo it, and he does it, and then he comes in and draws it. I don't know how he does it, but
yeah,
he sure pumps them out fast. Wow, is he just crazy? I wish I could draw that fast.
I mean, he's doing. Yeah, he does 2 or 3 covers every month. I think at least.
Oh, more
than that, right? Yeah.
I think almost a couple a week. Because he's doing Captain America.
Captain America. He does Immortal Hulk. What else is he doing?
He's doing a lot of the Marvels.
Annotated, right? Marvel's annotated.
Yeah, all that stuff. And he's. I'm trying to think what else.
Exclusive covers. He does several of those.
Yeah, because like I say, I got those SDCC ones, or the one from him, which was I love that one. Before I cut out there, I was talking about Powers of X.
Yeah.
And I know that book's a little higher print run. It's probably going to be 100. I would think 120 to 150 print run, which is fairly big nowadays. But I think that character is
Rasputin, right? Is that the character?
Yeah, the female, because she's a combination of 5 mutant genes, and so totally new character. That's her first full appearance in that book. She's on the cover. I think that one is long term is a really good book to get. If you haven't got it, I'm sure most people have because it's a.
Yeah, I was going to try to pull up the image real quick of that book that we both ordered. That was from me. Remember, you got that from me. If you remember that.
I don't recall that. I'm pretty sure I told you about that one.
Yeah. You know what? I was at my son's basketball game, watching the basketball game, buying the comic book while I was at the game. It wasn't exactly not exactly a good thing to do. No. Yeah, there it is, right?
Yeah,
that's the one?
Yeah, that's the one there,
yeah.
I think it was Amorphous Inks that I got it from.
Yeah. There were like maybe two or three sites that were selling it, and it sold out pretty quick. I think like in the first day.
Well, it's only 500. And like I say, it's her first appearance cover and in the book. And
so that could be the hottest book of the X series.
Oh yeah. I just don't think it always takes people a little while to catch on to a hot book. You know, everybody wants to see the price going up, and when to buy a book is long before then. You got to project where's this going to go,
right? And
sometimes it's you're taking an educated guess, but the way things are with female characters and everything, they're bringing in a female character for the X-Men. It's a reboot of the X-Men, and I talked about this in one of my last video about how Marvel didn't start their negotiations with Fox until November 2017, right at the same time C.B. Cebulski was made editor-in-chief.
Right.
And that's right when they started talking to Hickman about rebooting the X-Men.
Yeah.
And word I have is that House of X is the title they're using in right now for writing the X-Men story, the movie.
Mm.
So whether or not that actually pans out, I don't know, because that could change. And who knows? But if they're actually basing it off this book, and I know people say, "Oh, come on, man! It's just come out. They're not gonna." Well, the problem is they have to reboot the whole X-Men right from scratch.
They crashed it on the carrier deck with Dark Phoenix, so
that honestly, they killed it.
They killed it.
So
yeah,
they have to redo the character. I mean, Wolverine obviously is Wolverine, and,
right?
You know, Cyclops is Cyclops, but it's going to be really good. So it's spec wise, it's a great one to have.
So who's going to be the next Wolverine?
I don't know.
It's not going to be Jackman, right? Jackman's done.
Well,
he's too old, and he's kind of too old.
I've heard rumors that he's actually negotiating a contract right now.
Really?
So whether or not he is, I don't know. But
the rumor is Keanu Reeves is going to be Moon Knight. That's going to be coming out at some point.
Yeah, I guess so he could be negotiating a contract for some other characters, because they'll pay him a boatload of money.
Yeah.
You know, Hugh Jackman's a big name when it comes to Marvel characters. So.
I mean, he stays in great shape. I mean, as long as he can stay lean and mean, he can play that character.
No doubt about it. They could slap some makeup on him, and he'll look better. Little
CGI his face a little bit.
Yeah. You see those abs? This is totally going off topic. But I saw these big fat guys that have this. It makes your fat look like abs. Man, I need some of those.
I need that too. I need one that gets rid of the little under chin there that I have. That'll take a good 10 years off me.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. What else is going on? Oh, I wanted to talk about all the second printings. I mean, they seem to be second printing and third printing everything these days. Marvel seems to be the most prolific at it. They're just
Marvel will announce a second print before the first prints even get the shelves. So they, obviously they're looking at the fact that because shops got to put their final order cutoff is about a month, not quite a month before they hit the shelves.
Right.
So if it's completely sold out at the distributor, they're obviously right away saying, okay, let's launch a second print. And it's coming out a few weeks afterwards. And then shops aren't getting a lot of time to order those either. They'll just get an email saying, hey, this is final order cutoff is Monday. And away you go.
What there were today, if there were second and third printings? I don't know. It's a good question, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a great book. Either way, right? So.
But when you do other printings, you are sort of diluting supply. Right, I don't know. I just think.
But I think too, when you start having 4 or 5 printings, the first print, I don't know if it tells people it's a hot book.
Yeah, sure.
And having that first print is.
And the first print should be worth more, but then sometimes you'll see like a 5th printing of something is worth way more than the first print because they only made 1,000 copies of that.
And you'll get a first cover appearance too, which really shoots it up because you'll have a 5th print, like the first appearance, like the which one is it? The number 2 second print. There's I think the 3rd or 4th printing has the first cover appearance of Del Fry, so that book's worth $20 or whatever it is, $25.
Marcus in the chat says, "I'd like to see a 4th printing of a 6th printed book."
That would be funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, Marvel would be the one to do it,
Oh, for sure. It'll be a 1 for 25 cover, though.
Well, they're the first ones to do a 1 for 25 on a second printing, right? I've never heard of such a thing.
I've never heard of that before. And what was it? The Hulk. One Hulk cover was, I think, the first ever.
Yeah.
So
was it 19 or 17? One of those.
I think it was 16. 16.
16.
That wraparound.
Yeah.
Wraparound cover. So yeah, I think that one. Just because it's the first 1 for 25 second print, that's
you bought that book, didn't you? I didn't buy. I passed on it. I'm not a big Bennett. Bennett's artwork's okay, but it's not.
I like his art. I really like his artwork. So
I think it's okay in the interior. I don't like it. I don't care for him as a cover artist. I think Ross. They need to stick with Alex Ross.
Ross is way better. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you want to talk about Naomi for a second?
Yeah, please. Let's do that.
Because with Action Comics 1015, she's on the cover.
Yeah.
And going to be meeting up with Superman and Batman by the looks of it in that book. But 1013 was the one that just came out a couple weeks ago. And 14 comes out in a couple weeks. And I think that is going to be your 1014, I'm pretty sure, will be your first Naomi in like meeting Superman. And even though she's kind of technically in the DCU, it'll be her first, because Superman was in the original Naomi #1. There's that kind of that flashback to him fighting whoever it was. But it'll be your first official her in the DCU and meeting up with Superman and Batman. There's in one of the main titles too. So that's a really good one to get. Don't pass on 14 and wait for 15.
Okay, so I'll make sure I got that on my pull list.
Yeah.
I only bought Naomi because of you. I remember you were like, "You gonna pick this up?"
I said, "Buy that book." You're like, "All right, I guess so."
Yeah, so I didn't get it for cover. I think I paid like maybe $10 or $15 for the first
whatever.
issue.
That's still a great deal.
And then I got the second issue for like $7. It wasn't too bad. I got a couple of the second and third printings, and I'm one of those people that I had to get the later printings too. It's kind of stupid, but I like the artwork. I think Jamal Campbell's good, no doubt about it.
He's really good.
Yeah,
his work is good. It's a good story too, and it's
and Bendis is kind of measuring himself. He's not going crazy with dialogue like he sometimes does.
Yeah, and those first few issues were super low print runs too.
So K405 in the chat is asking, is Absolute Carnage a 6-issue run?
I think it's 5.
5? Okay.
I think it was only supposed to be.
I don't think I ever heard what it was supposed to be. I didn't even hear that.
Pretty sure it was supposed to be 4, and they added another one. It's 5 now.
Okay.
It either was supposed to be 4 and now it's 5, or it was supposed to be 5 and now it's 6. Something like that.
So somebody's going to be killed off, right? We know that. They've already kind of alluded to that.
Yeah. I don't know who it's going to be though. But I don't want to give too much. If you haven't read Absolute Carnage,
it's going to be Squirrel Girl. Is going to be destroyed. They're going to rip her in half.
We can only hope.
Yeah. Moon Girl, and Squirrel Girl will be killed at the same time by the symbiote. So. Can we
have a crossover? Bring Booster Gold into
Booster Gold
Marvel and kill off Booster Gold. Can we do that? I hate that character.
I mean, they didn't. Well, they didn't kill him in that Heroes in Crisis, and they killed all these other people, and they didn't kill Booster Gold, the one that you wanted dead.
That guy's such a turd.
I bought his first appearance, Booster Gold. I got a really good deal on it. It was like $15 or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I probably would buy it too if I
think it's like a $60 book now. It's gone up in price.
Yeah,
I don't know who's buying it, but
they keep teasing that he'll be in a movie at some point. I mean, pretty much. That's the funny thing with comics now. Every character in the past, it was select characters showing up. Now every character at some point is going to be in a TV show or a movie or something.
Wolf Warner says no, Moon Girl.
He loves Moon Girl.
Yeah, I think he does.
I think Wolf has a crush on her. Actually.
I bought that Moon Girl 25. We thought that was going to be a big. I guess it didn't really pan out too well. First appearance, Omnipotent or whatever his name is.
Oh no, that was.
What's his name?
Omnipotentus.
Yeah.
I
mean, first of all, there's too many damn syllables in that villain name for it to ever really to catch on. I mean.
Well, I don't. You know what? Just because it has it, that's the thing. You gotta have patience in that. If you're gonna be a comic collector, man, you gotta have patience because characters that come out now, it could be years before they show up, and then, like I say, buy them while they're cheap. Because it's funny with that because I had people say, no, it's not omnipotentus, it's omnipotent. I said, I know how to say omnipotent, but you add an is on the end, you can't say omnipotent is. It doesn't sound.
His power is to not be able to get a hard on. I think that's
right. Yeah.
Omnipotent.
So, I don't know. I still think that character has legs because.
He gets beaten by Viagra Man.
Yeah, I think it's actually a female.
Is it? I don't even remember.
I kind of think it is.
I bought like a 4 or 5 issue run based on your recommendation on it, so I did pick those up.
Yeah, well, they're pretty. I still think it's got legs. So. I see DT's asking, taking all the indie growth, and man, so many of the indie titles coming out are really, really good, and you're getting a lot of top-rate artists and writers doing them because they know if they put out a good 5 or 6 issue miniseries, there's a good chance it's going to get picked up and optioned for a movie or TV show or whatever, and they can make a boatload of money, and they get all the rights to the characters and the story and all that. Where if they work for one of the big two, you know, they're just writing it. They're not, you know, they got a salary and that's it, kind of thing. So it's huge. Indies are huge.
Oh yeah, and you know, these streaming TV shows, Netflix, Hulu, they need content. So you think about it. Some of these indies, I bet a lot of them are being produced at a loss. I bet they're being produced at a loss for just the idea that, hey, we're going to get optioned and then we're going to make our money back when we get optioned.
Well, I'm doing my comic. I'm working on it, and I mean that's my dream is to have the thing. You know, well, first off, get it published, but you know, second is, you know, wouldn't that be awesome if it actually gets published first off, and then down the road something actually happens with it? That would be. Oh yeah. I'd be quitting my job in a heartbeat and hanging around a movie studio while they make a movie. That
would be a cool gig, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd even let you show up once in a while.
I could be your editor. I'm good at editing stuff. I can find mistakes. That's the other thing. I'm a little meticulous, and when I read books, I find mistakes all the time, like in dialogue, grammatical errors. It's like apparently in what the House of X, Hickman came out and said, oh yeah, there's a bunch of errors in the book. He came out and admitted, like, oh yeah, we didn't do a good job editing that book.
Oh, I haven't found too many in there. There's a few, but you know.
Well, it made the news rounds at Bleeding Cool and CBR.
Oh yeah.
So it must be pretty bad.
Oh well, yeah. No, I didn't read those.
I haven't read them yet, but yeah, apparently there's a couple big editing errors.
Well, I've read the first 2 books. I haven't read House of X 2. It just came out. I haven't read it yet, but I've been really it's so good. It's the first time in a long time I've been actually excited to read an X-Men title.
Yeah, no, same thing. I haven't bought an X-Men book in a long time.
No, it's been years.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really good. But yeah.
So that goes along the indies, just like with everything else. I think, you know, a lot of people lately have been saying, oh, DC's in trouble. They're going to go out of business. AT&T now owns DC, rather, not Disney. That they own DC now and that DC's in trouble. These are all IPs, man. These are intellectual property rights that they're going to make movies off of. They'll run those things at a loss forever. They don't care. It's research and development.
They don't care.
No.
Yeah, it's a small. I think they're just cutting back on some of the titles that aren't selling, which is smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have too much, and it's just.
I mean, it's something Marvel should do. Marvel's got a lot of books that don't sell. I can pull up Comic-Con, and I can see a ton of books that sell below 10,000. You know, in the old days, you know, if you were selling less than 50,000, they were cutting you.
Yeah.
So
well, back in the old days, I mean, it was, you know, like New Mutants '98, which is a key book, was a 200,000 to 300,000 print run for that issue.
Right.
So people, like, it's a common book. I mean, it's obviously a good one to have, but you like to say, books I see under 20,000, you know, between 10 and 20,000 for a lot of titles. Right. As a collector, that's great because you get a like Marvel Comics Presents #6.
Right.
It drops and nobody knows about it until the day it comes out, and that one kind of snuck in, and then always, you know, the price shoots up because of that. So as a collector, it's great, but.
I bought. Remember you mentioned that on one of our hangouts, and I was buying it.
Have you got your? I mean, I saw you on your phone.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them on eBay, right as you mentioned. I was like, oh god, I'm glad I did because they doubled from where I bought them at. You know.
Yeah. I think it's cooled off a little bit, partly because #7, she says, "Oh, I'm not your daughter," but I think people are taking that way too literal. I mean, you got to remember, she's saying basically that, you know, he wasn't around when she was growing up, and she was only created for. Just, you know, for a purpose to fight this evil, but that's what it really is to me. She's obviously his daughter. It's just, you know, that'll come out. He'll probably win her love or something over in the next few issues.
Yeah.
So, anyways, do you want to talk about some books that came out this week?
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you get that sensational Spider-Man Oh, what the heck was it? Damn it! The one where that new suit showed up.
No, I didn't get it.
Hang on, give me 2 seconds here, because I posted about that one on Instagram. It's Sensational Spider-Man Self-Improvement #1. There's an image.
Self-Improvement #1?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
there's the original. They had that contest back in the 80s, and some guy.
Yeah, I remember that story. Right, Jim Shooter, like paid the guy like $50 or something.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that showed the original suit showed up in this issue of the book, and it's got the red spider emblem and everything on it. It almost looks like Null's kind of thing. So I don't know if they're going to try and tie that with Null or something, but that's a good one to get. It's still cover price, I think, a lot of places. So if you can pick that one up.
Well, now that you mentioned it, it's probably not going to be Jim's Comics.
Well, I don't know. There's you still got lots of time. It's only Friday.
My man Hydra Comics just joined the chat. He's a good man. He loves indies, even though his name of his channel is Hydra. He uses a Marvel title, even though he only.
Yeah, well, hey, I think a lot of people are catching on to indies now, where in the past.
It was just Image, right? Image was basically the only
it was Image.
indie.
Yeah, there was a couple other, but yeah.
Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse was always kind of considered.
Dark Horse, but then, Red 5 came along.
Yeah.
And their stuff is really low print. People are starting to catch on now. But
yeah, Mad Cave, they've been doing pretty well. Some of their books get hot. Source Point,
Scout, some of their stuff. They've been around for a while. And Boom Studios, they're all putting out pretty good titles. Yep. Good artwork, good writing.
Aftershock, that's another one.
Yeah, and as a collector, a lot of those titles, talking about print runs, are just super low print runs. So if you get the first print of, especially #1, obviously that's the big one. But if you get the first print of that, there's a good chance that's going to go up. So it's for collectors, it's a great book to pick up.
No, it's a good time to be a collector, no doubt about it. You've got Marvel's been doing better than I've seen in a while.
Finally,
they're putting out some good stuff.
Yeah, well, it was so bad there for before Cebulski came in, it was just so like the stuff they're putting out was just complete garbage.
Yeah.
Well, not all of it, but I mean, a lot of it was just so boring and not going anywhere. And there wasn't a lot of new characters being brought in. The art wasn't that great.
Right.
But it's just so good right now. So much.
Yeah, they've definitely kicked it in gear. Because I remember there was a while there, DC was just killing them, like on the top 20, top 10 list. Marvel would have like 1 or 2 books, and that was it.
Yeah. Even though their sales, because they were charging more for covers, I think, or for their books, so their sales numbers are up there, but their titles weren't keeping up with DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good time to be a collector right now.
Oh, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I think the store variants are getting out of control. God, there's so many. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm part of the problem. I buy a lot of them. I like the artwork. I'm one of the people that buys a lot of that crap.
It has to be for me. I used to buy a few of them, but I still buy the odd one. But for me, it has to be a new character, like Powers of X #1, that Perel cover. If it's a new character showing up, and he or she's on the cover or in the book, and it's great art, then I'll buy it. But I've kind of laid off of those just because there's so many coming out all the time. A lot of those don't hold their value. So I don't know. Not that I sell books, but trying to stick. And I'm kind of sticking to.
The only thing you do is you just give away books on occasion. You don't.
I'll give them away, or I'll trade. With somebody every once in a while. But I don't sell books. So.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Whatever. Sometimes I buy them, and somebody's got to be selling them for me to buy them.
So that other book that came out, Dead End Kids, that's a hot book. That just came out.
That's a really hot book.
Yeah.
My shop didn't even bring that in. I asked him for it. He didn't.
I heard the same thing. A lot of shops didn't even get it. Yeah. I got one off of Midtown that I pre-ordered, and then on my channel I recommended there was a variant through Black Cape Comics that they had.
Yeah.
There was only
Esteban Salinas. He did that one.
Yeah. So I was.
He's got a cover for #2 as well. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I was just chatting with him on Instagram the other day, and
yeah.
So he's got it this Saturday. I think he's got Dead End Kids #2 coming out.
Yeah, and he's got a 20% discount. Did you get 20% off your order? or 15.
Yeah, he told me he told me he was going to use Jim's Comics or Jim Comics. But then he said, "No, I'm just going to give everybody the 20% discount that orders." So.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So
yeah, real nice.
He's a really good artist, and he's an up and comer. Like he's really good, and I've talked to him, and I know he's got some stuff coming, which he doesn't. I can't really divulge, but he's got some.
Well, you can divulge
stuff
to me later.
I'll tell you later, but I just can't. He didn't want me to, say it in a video kind of thing, but.
Insider information.
Well, I guess it's from the artist. So
yeah,
but he's a good artist, and he's one of those ones that that the Rejected cover he did, that black one. With, that was from Black Cape. It was only 100 copies of that.
Right.
That's his first cover art. That's his first published cover art. So that book is.
You and I were both on top of that. I wish I had bought multiple. I should have bought more than one though. I only bought one.
Me too. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? I got one. There's only 100 of them, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, but, one of 100. And then the Rejected Unwilling, I just ordered that one.
You mean Dead Girl?
Dead Girl, that's it.
Yeah. Unwilling was the one that the first one he did.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah,
I
know. There's been a few now.
That Dead Girl cover looks awesome too. My goodness.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool. But the nice thing is Black Cape. If nobody's ordered from them, I don't know. They're down in, I forget where they are, Pittsburgh or something. But
yeah,
they have some. The owner keeps the print runs really low just for the collectability of it. So a lot of them are only 100 copies.
Yeah.
So they are super rare books, and Salinas is going places. I highly recommend. Anytime you see it, I would get it.
He's like a Delato. He's got that style. I see it. I know it. And it's dark. It's gritty. It's kind of has that. He's good at that. I mean, I like that style for sure.
Yeah, it's really nice. I know you're a big Zafino fan.
I do like Zafino.
Yeah. You got that Immortal Hulk #2 Zafino, which I didn't get.
I do have that book. Yeah, but you have the Thanos 13. I'd rather have the Thanos 13, I think, than the Immortal Hulk one.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, Dr. Fry. I mean, it's not. He's no Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's for damn sure.
It's more Del Fry that's in that chamber. At some point, they're going to do something with him.
Right.
Why have they shown him so many times sitting in that?
Yeah.
They're going to make something with him, and it'll be a completely new character. Where they've kind of rehashed all these. Like you got a rehash of the Abomination and a rehash of Harpy, and and Red She-Hulk Harpy combo, and Rick Foster. He's come back. So, have you read the latest issue?
I am I'm on 20 right now.
Okay, well, I won't tell you what happens.
So I'm a little, I mean, I get too many damn comic books. So I'm a little behind in my reading.
Yeah, I just finished reading 22 yesterday. It's
okay.
Good.
Yeah.
But Rick Jones is. Yeah, I won't tell you.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't get emotionally. I don't get emotionally triggered by spoilers, Jim.
He's kind of become an immortal. He's an immortal character now, just like the rest of them. So he's not just Rick Jones anymore. He's
the immortal Rick Jones, right?
He's immortal Rick Jones. Yeah, he can die and come back and everything else. So
all right, awesome.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of good books out there right now. Marvel's been doing well. Venom and Immortal Hulk, I think, are my two favorite to read every month.
And stay with Venom. I know people are. I don't know if they're dropping Venom or whatever, but.
Well, because Cullen Bunn came on it for a couple issues. Is that why people
I did not enjoy those. That whole War of the Realms run to me was just terrible. Or not terrible.
I knew that wasn't going to be good. I didn't even buy any of them. I bought the Venom that went along with the War of the Realms, because I want to keep the run going. But I didn't buy any of those War of the Realms
really
books. No, I didn't buy any of them. I just had a feeling they weren't going to be good. I don't know.
The New Agents of Atlas, that was kind of a sleeper because you got all those new characters.
I picked up that first issue just because of all the new characters, right? I did pick that up, just the regular A cover.
That one was good. And then the Omega, War of the Realms Omega is a really good one because that's where Jane Foster becomes a new Valkyrie.
Yeah, so I also picked that up based on your video. So
that's a good one to get.
I got that because of you. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt in the movies they'll turn her into Valkyrie after she's Jane Foster, or after she's Thor for a bit too.
Yeah,
down the road, because that's the thing. The timeline now between the book hitting the shelves and it being in a TV show or movie is really shortened up. It used to be decades,
right?
Where now it's a couple of years. That's only 5 years from that Thor run,
right? Yep.
You know, and the stuff they're putting out is going to be used at some point pretty soon.
I would like to see them redo Conan at some point. Marvel.
Oh, they will. I can
Don't you
almost
think?
guarantee you that. Oh yeah.
Wonder who they'll use for him though. They
That I
should
don't
bring
know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger back as like an old King Conan, and then he
Well,
passes the
I bet
mantle
you he'd have a
to.
cameo. You can almost be guaranteed he'd be some old
Yeah.
king or some old warrior or something. Yeah, he'll have a little cameo. Maybe he'll get killed off and get his head cut off or something.
Yeah, they could CGI him or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, make him
Maybe
look-
he'll be the guy that kidnaps the kid. Remember the old one where that king with the Snake King or whatever he was?
Oh
He
yeah.
killed everybody in the village and then
James
Took
Earl
him off.
Jones played him, right?
yeah, it was James. Yeah, you're right. It was James Earl Jones. Yeah, that's funny. That was a good.
He was
that was
young.
a good
He was
movie.
young in that movie. He was probably in his 40s then. Back then.
Oh, it was roided up big time. No, that was in the 80s. That was early 80s. He was probably in
No,
his
I'm talking
30s.
James Earl Jones was young in that
James
movie.
Earl Jones, yeah.
Because
Oh,
almost
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
you see him in, you know, he's an old guy now. You know, Field of Dreams. He's old.
Still
He
got
plays
that
old
great.
kids.
Still got that great voice. Though.
Oh God, yeah, that deep
Yeah, he's
voice,
awesome.
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, Conan would be a great movie. I still need to buy that Conan #1. That's
Oh, you haven't
still
got
on.
that? Oh, dude, that's one you better get
No.
on. All I can say, anybody who
It's getting more and more expensive every month that goes by. That thing goes up in
That's
price.
the thing. Like, make a list of key books you want.
Right.
Try to buy them. Like, that's how you got to get them before the price goes up because they're.
What condition is yours in? You think you told me like an 8, maybe
I
an
got
8?
a pretty nice one. I mean, it's not a mint or anything. I'd say it's probably like a 7.0 kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
like a VF kind of copy, not a VF plus, but it's pretty nice. It presents well, and there's
Yeah, I could still buy a
you know,
VF copy for probably what, $250, $300.
yeah,
maybe.
probably in there. Yeah, it's going up though, like everything. It just they keep going up and up, and the older they get. I mean, and the scary thing is, like 80s now, early 80s is almost 40. A couple more years, we're talking 40 years.
4 years. Yeah.
You know, and now you're getting like stuff from the 70s is closing in on being 50 years old pretty soon, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's getting up. Well, so are we, man. We're getting
Oh,
older
I know.
too.
I'm getting old. That's
Jesus.
the problem. I'm getting older. I remember Amazing Fantasy 15. I literally back in the 80s,
Yeah.
early 80s, I could have bought that for like $500
Oh.
Canadian. $500, but back then that was a lot of dough.
Oh yeah.
God, I so wish I.
Oh,
bought
you've
that,
known you know my tales of woe on the books I've had, and that weren't maybe 12 years ago. I had some huge books,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah, I
I had to give up, and yeah, I don't. I mean, I can still.
Don't look at how much those cost.
No, I know. Well, I need to. Maybe I can make some serious money in the next 10, 15 years. I can be able to afford to buy them back, but they're going to be way higher, way higher.
Yeah.
The one I
well,
I want that first appearance of Wolverine again, and
Yeah.
I want it in a 9.6, and you know how much that would cost now?
Oh, you're talking stupid money now. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
$20,000, right? At least 20.
Oh my God, somebody's parents threw his collection away when he moved out. Oh no. K405. Sorry, dude, that sucks. But hey, that's the thing with Black. That's part of the reason why stuff from back.
That's
then
why
is
it's worth
so-
money today, right?
Yeah, if everybody's kept their books, they're all mid condition. I mean, they'd still be worth money, but not like they are.
Supply and demand.
I had so many books I could have bought that I didn't. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I remember seeing them on the
My
wall.
notes.
I remember seeing them on the wall, and they
Yeah.
weren't that much, comparatively compared to today.
No, and that's a comment I get every once in a while. There's one guy that always chimes in every once in a while. He's like, "Oh, none of these books are going to be worth anything." He hasn't said that recently because, and I reply every time. I go, "Hey, man, all the books that you consider keys from the 80s, 70s, 80s,
Right.
whatever, they were all brand new on the shelf at some point.
That's right. Exactly
And back
right.
then, there was probably somebody saying, "Oh, none of these books will be worth anything." But
Right.
if it's a key book, hang on to it, keep it in good condition, and don't expect everything to jump up in price the day you buy it. Sometimes it takes years, and that's the whole.
So
patience you gotta
I'm holding on to those Venom #3s.
Hang on to those.
I got 7 copies. They're all 9.8s too.
Yeah, I got the one for $25 for that one too, because that is.
I have two.
That is-
I have 2 copies of the one in 25.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah, I
lucky.
do.
Yeah, I got one. I'm not.
I got them cheap too. I got one off eBay for like $12. It was cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. The
Wow.
guy didn't care. Apparently, he must have.
Obviously, you didn't know what he had.
I don't know. Yeah, I got a really stupid deal on one of them.
That book reminds me. You know what that reminds me of is Spider-Man 361. That book
Yeah.
361. I remember talking about that a couple of years ago in one of my videos. I said, get this book now before.
Yeah, I only paid.
Right.
Mine's in really nice shape, and I think I only paid $40 or $50 for it.
Yeah,
And
well, that's
maybe
what
it was
Carnage,
only maybe 2 years ago that I bought the book.
Yeah.
2.5
it's
years.
sat at that 50,
Right,
60
for a long
range
time.
for the
Yeah, for a
longest
long time.
And the same with this Venom #3. It'll sit there at that $50 to $60 range,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you'll get some news that, hey, they're going to bring Nolan to some movie somewhere. Or
Yeah.
he's going to make a little appearance, and then that book will triple overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be $200 book, so $150, $200 book.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the time to get it now if you're going to get it, because it is a great book to have.
I'm holding. I've got 7 copies, and I think I still have 3 or 4 copies of that San Diego Comic-Con one too.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
I got the scan. There's a scan variant with him.
Yeah.
I think he's got wings on the cover, if I remember right, on that scan variant.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised those books haven't really taken off. Like,
yeah, and it's a low.
they're still pretty cheap, I think, too.
Yeah, no, they're not too bad. They're like $30 or something. They're not crazy price wise, but yeah, I tell people anytime that if they don't have it, I said, get that book. That is the book you need to get.
Yeah.
Well,
Hydra Comics said he got fired. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
that's no good.
Yeah. Well, it is Friday. If you're going to get fired, it's usually on a Friday. Right? Isn't that what usually?
I'm not laughing at getting fired.
Yeah, I know.
I have been fired before.
Hydra, you will find a better job. Your next job will be your best job, right? That's the attitude you got to have. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Hang on to any real major keys you got, though. Sell the car first. Hang on to your key book.
Yeah, don't sell the keys.
Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con Spawn. Did you pick that up? You didn't pick that up.
No, I didn't. No, the only one I got was that Hulk. That Hulk one. I like that one. So I didn't think that Spawn would do that well. I saw it ahead of time.
Yeah, I did too. I saw it for like $100, and I thought, that seems too high.
Yeah, I looked at it like, no, it's it's all right, but yeah, it's really taken off.
It's like a $500 book now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not very many of those around.
No, well, you can't. I've kind of figured out you can't get them all, so
no, you can't.
You got to let some of them go mentally. It's tough to do, though.
It's hard. Yeah, there's that whole fear of missing out thing, right? Everybody wants to have every key book, but
yeah.
Hey, you get what you get, and be happy with it. Because you know what? Next week there's going to be more, and the week after that there's more, and there's just stuff coming out every single week. Wait till my book comes out, dude. I will send you
a copy. You'll sell it to me at a special deal, a special price.
Yeah, it'll be $100 for you.
And the shipping to the States, you got to add another $20 for shipping.
For sure, yeah. So,
it's the only reason we don't send each other more books is because the damn shipping is.
I know.
God,
it's so stupid. I can get stuff. I have a shipping PO box across the line.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and people,
Is that what you go there to get your liquor too, don't you, Jim? Come on,
my gas.
I know you go there to pick up the couple bottles of liquor and your comics.
That's right, yeah, and gas.
And the gas.
You know how much gas is up here? It's $1 right now. It's $1.30 a liter, so that's like $5.20 a gallon is what we're paying for gas.
$5.20. Wow.
Well, which is what it would be, because they break into liters here. I don't know what you got. What do you got? Like $3 a gallon?
Yeah, $3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
my wife's car is diesel, and it's even cheaper. I think it's like $2.80, $2.85.
Wow.
Well, I'm in Tampa, where I live. I'm right next to the port where they bring the oil in. So
so you get it right off the ship.
It's a little cheaper in Tampa than it is most counties in Florida because of that. Yeah, it's a little cheaper.
Yeah, but shipping is retarded because they'll ship.
Yeah.
I can get it shipped all the way across the U.S. to my PO box for like $5, $7.
Yeah.
To ship it to Canada, it's like $30.
Yeah.
Which is an hour across the line. It's just stupid. Government taxes and duties and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, you got to pay for your health care somehow. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, stand in line for 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And the drinking. I got one of my buddies he's in the liquor business for 30 years. Oh
yeah.
So he knows everything about liquor and beer. And he was saying that the people that drink the least amount of alcohol in the world is Canada.
Really? I don't know about that. We drink
and I said, what are you talking about? I know a lot of drunk Canadians all the time.
Oh,
and he's like, no. He goes, they don't. It doesn't show up in the numbers because of the taxes. So
Yeah.
I said, they're still drinking it. They're just driving down to the
That's ready to
States.
buy it from you guys. Yeah.
They're just buying it on the black market.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. I was gonna say,
No.
up in the north when it's cold, man, what else is there to do but drink when those cold months?
Yeah, nothing up there, but
It's like
drinking
it's like
and
in
snow.
Russia. When you're in Russia, you got to drink vodka just to warm the belly.
That's right. All right, man.
Well, we talked quite a bit here, over an hour. Some pretty good.
Yeah, it's been that long. Okay, yeah. We should do it again. We should try and do this. I did one with Nick there, I don't know, a while ago, but
I'm more interesting than Nick. Give me a break.
oh, you're way more interesting.
Yeah.
He's a dork. He's a total dork. So,
yeah, I'm way more. I can hold a conversation better than him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we should try and get together every few weeks or something. Do one of these or once a month or something.
Well, it's more on your schedule than mine. You're a little busier.
Yeah.
I work from home, so it's easy for me to take an hour out of the day to do this. But
now that I got this all set up, and I actually got headphones with a mic, and it sounds half decent, I know how to do it a little better. So
good.
Probably do that once in a while.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that. And my subscribers will hold you to that.
Well, maybe we could do one at night too, if you want. Like, you could do an evening one after work or something.
Because I've been telling my subscribers for like weeks now, I'm gonna have Jim's comics on my channel, and they're like,
oh yeah.
And eventually, I think they're like, yeah, all right, this guy.
Yeah, whatever. I'll let people know that I talked to you in my next video. I can do a video tomorrow. So.
Oh, that would be most appreciative, my friend. I'm at 430 some subscribers, so
yeah, I see you're getting up there. I remember you're kind of around 200 for a while.
Yeah.
Takes a little while, but hey,
but you know what the most common comment I get is, how come you're not at 1,000? I get people all the time that say, how come you're not at 1,000 subs? I don't understand. I watch your channel.
I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's Google doesn't like me. Maybe, I don't know.
Who knows?
YouTube doesn't like my channel.
You'll get there, dude. Trust me. It just takes a little bit of time. I honestly have no idea how I got to where I am. I just
you're a mover and a shaker.
I ramble on about comics. I haven't done a lot of spec stuff lately, but I should probably talk about a spec book I mentioned in my last video.
Yeah, let's give everybody a nice little.
We'll end on that, but
all right, good.
I wanted to try. I mean, this is total rumor and spec. There's so much rumor going around. Like, who knows? But the rumor I got is that they're working on Secret Wars for a storyline, and it kind of makes sense because you got your origin of. I mean, issue number 8, your first black suit and all that. That's right. Secret Wars number 8. That's been a key book for a long time. So I mean, I don't think I need to tell you about that.
Right.
7's kind of heated up in the last little bit. All the rest of them are pretty cheap. So I'm missing a few issues in there, which I'm really trying to track down. I've only got 3 I need to get. I didn't want to talk about it before I kind of got them all because I don't want the price to go too much.
Well, there's only 15 people watching this chat, so
yeah, so it's not But
and my channel doesn't have that many subscribers, so it's probably not going to impact it at all. So don't worry.
Well, but yeah, you want to. I'm going to mention it in my next video. But yeah, that's one you're going to want to try. And I've been sitting on that for a few weeks, and it's starting to leak out because some other people are starting to talk about it in their videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously the rumors.
That whole run's like $180 to $200 at least, I think, right?
Yeah, well, most of it is number 8 because if you take number 8 out of there, you'll see if you'll find a cheap set having every issue but number 8, and you're like, yeah, but whatever. I got a couple of copies of that one, so. Pretty good that way, but yeah, definitely.
I need to set up a trade with you. Then I need to get that number 8.
Oh, do you?
I don't have it.
I don't know if I want to trade that one.
Yeah.
Have you got the Eternals?
No, I don't have that either.
Oh, that's such a. I remember.
Man, those Kirby books. I picked up a couple Kirby books and they're so terrible. God, they're terrible. He could not write. He was a horrible writer. He was terrible.
Pretty good artist, but.
Yeah, good art. I mean, he was good at drawing action. I didn't, anatomy wise, he's on the level with Rob Liefeld, but
yeah, all his heads are square.
All his heads were square. Yeah,
jaws.
Him and I think that's where Romita got his style from. Was watching Kirby too often or something.
But he back then though, Stan Lee would just give him here. This is kind of what we're doing. This comic, go draw it. Right. So he would draw it, and then they put all the word bubbles in afterwards. Right?
I mean, that guy was just a machine. All he did was draw all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They said he would work like 15-hour, 20-hour days sometimes, just drawing.
Yeah. You have to, though, if you want to. that's why I almost, that's why I was going to shut down my video, just because there's so much, like I'm doing the writing and the art from my book.
I could never be an artist because I only work like 3 hours a day, Jim.
Yeah,
So
it's hard though, because I'm trying to be strict with myself and get the story written out first, because I've started a few before and then didn't know where to go from there. So I want to make sure I have the story planned out.
yeah.
Which I've got kind of where I want it now. So I'm going to start doing some drawing and say I'll put an image on my. I'll send you an image.
Are you a good artist? Are you a good drawer?
I'm not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm okay. So I don't know if I wouldn't say
You're better than Liefeld. You're better than Rob Liefeld.
I can draw feet, so yeah, I'm better than Liefeld. And hands.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, get Secret Wars.
All right, that's a good. So you heard it here from Jim's Comics, Secret Wars. Go find it.
Yeah.
See if you can get a good deal. I'll still work with you. I'll figure out something that you may want for that one of those number 8s. I got to think of a good book though.
I'll take Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, something along those lines. That'd be a good trade.
I don't have that one either. Damn.
No, I don't have that. I'm kidding. That's way more than. I'd gladly trade you number 8 for that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a $500 book though.
Yeah, that's an expensive book.
Yeah. Oh well.
Can't get them all.
Right,
all right. Hey, thanks a lot, Jim. Jim's Comics.
I'll have a better list for you next time. I didn't write out a list of stuff to talk. I should have had a whole list of books to cover up.
I think this works well. I mean, I like it kind of
talk about comics.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both have been doing this a long time, and we've both been collecting a long time. So our knowledge base, we could talk about anything on the fly at the moment. I think.
I think so.
So yeah, but next time we can have a little bit more structure to it. Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim's Comics.
Okay.
Thanks to everybody.
See you everyone.
You got it.
Okay. See you, buddy.